Coming to you live from the palatial studios of PBJ Productions. Welcome to Patrick and BJ Talk Real Estate, where we talk about life, the universe, and everything as it relates to real estate. Hey everybody, it's BJ.
And Patrick.
And we're back talking all things real estate, and we're going through the last little bit here, but we've been going through some different news reports and whether it's been in the newspaper headlines or we've seen them on TV or wherever it's been. So what do we have today?
I'm going to set this up with, sometimes it's pretty easy to believe what the headlines are and what people tell you if you don't look into it a little further.
Sure.
Just because it's been presented to you, you might just take it as like, oh, okay, that's a fact. So this is a video response to BNN Bloomberg taking stock discussing Canada's housing affordability.
Okay.
And it wasn't a long video, and they went through home ownership rates province by province, and I could put some of them up on the screen so you could see them. But the main was the national homeowner rate came down 2.5%.
Okay.
So now you would think this is negative news, thinking that like this is it went from 69% to 66.5% of people that live in their home own it.
Okay.
That doesn't mean some of those people own other homes. They do, right? I can't remember exactly the number. Probably around 20% of those homeowners own a second property. Could be an investment, could be a cottage, could be whatever, right? So my point here is don't believe everything that you hear. When you see percentages, I want to see actual numbers. I want to see data.
Yeah.
So I'll show some of the slides from that news segment so you can see from the province to province, see which province you're in. But they were claiming from 2011 we had 69% ownership, and it decreased 2.5% ownership from 2011 to 2021, down, and it went down 66 to 1.5% or 0.5%.
Sure.
So I went back. I found a website. I used madeinca.ca for population info because I wanted to know, how many people did we have in Canada at the time in 2011? We had about 34 million people. And now in the news, today, it's like something like 41 million. Okay. But with this stat that we're using, 2021, we had a 38 million population.
Okay.
So we actually, I'll put it on the screen so I don't have to keep repeating all these numbers, so I can give you exact numbers. But in that time, we added 1.689 million people, or 1,689,846 new homeowners to Canada. I don't know, hooray for Canada.
Yeah.
Maybe not all of the people that came to Canada or were born in Canada have yet to become homeowners, because the population increase was 3,831,000 and change, right? So that's not all of those people.
Yeah.
But we still had an increase.
So call that about somewhere around 8% increase.
In population. Right. Of that population increase, it was 44% of those people ended up being homeowners.
Okay.
Now, I don't see this as you could say home ownership rate decreased, but we added almost 1.7 million new homeowners to Canada during that 10-year span.
Right. But I would add to that we've increased, the population has increased.
That's how I'm measuring it, yeah.
But I mean, so that you're talking about the rate being down, but the numbers could actually be up.
Yeah.
Right?
They don't say that part.
Right.
Why do they keep making it negative? Because I think we should spread a positive message, starting with BNN Bloomberg or CBC or City TV or any of these news stations, to be like, look at how many people we did add, how many first-time home buyers we did add. To encourage the young people.
Because I think if you were to take if we were to really break down and dig into these numbers,
Mm-hmm.
we would say that the number of homeowners is up,
Yeah.
right? And it may be incrementally, whatever percentage we said there, 2% or something like that,
Yeah.
less than it was statistically 10 years. Was it 10 years ago?
Yeah. 10 years
10
ago.
years ago. But the number is up based on the population being up.
Right.
And
But if
like
you
we
take it
said,
at face value,
yeah, and I think the other thing is you've got people coming to Canada who are maybe or people that are entering the workforce that now they're starting to find their way and figure out what they want to do and how they're going to do it and where they're going to live and all of these things that they may not necessarily be a homeowner right away, nor they may not want to be a homeowner right away either.
like for me, I think I wish I bought a home sooner, and I could have. I didn't have that mindset, and I didn't have anybody encouraging me to say, like, even if you don't put your roots down here, you don't find the job that you want, you can either sell that property or keep it rented out. That's a whole different topic.
Yeah.
But at least you would have had options.
Yeah.
If you did it sooner, right?
Yeah.
Where was I going with that? Oh, so I could see the future headlines would be Canada home ownership rate went down even less, but they won't mention in BC since around the time that before the time of this study, we introduced a foreign buyer ban.
Right.
So you would have to become a permanent resident. That takes time before you're able to purchase
Sure.
property.
Yeah.
So, and now we have a federal foreign buyer ban all the way up until 2027.
That's right.
So we still keep increasing our population, mostly by immigration.
Yeah.
I think natural born of all of the population growth, I believe the number was 8% was from birth rates.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? So we're going to artificially inflate the number of renters that cannot purchase a home. They're stuck renting because there's a foreign buyer ban and a delay.
Right.
So, yeah, there's still new homeowners coming into the market. Oh, what was we talked about this in another video, but it's like I think it's 2021 or 2020 where Statistics Canada published an article in December of 2023, and the part that stuck out to me was there was 25,000 first-time home buyers in BC that year. Out of a total of 80,000 residential transactions.
Wow.
So what is that? Like 36%, 35%? I'm sure I'll probably get it wrong, but it's somewhere along that, right? So why aren't we talking about that?
Sure.
Of all of the sales, how much are first-time home buyers?
Yeah, I think we know that generally speaking, the media is looking for what gets clicks, what gets views, what gets reading.
What is it? Like if it burns, it bleeds, and if it bleeds, it leads. Is that the media thing?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I think we've kind of covered where we wanted to go today. So thank you for joining us. Again, if you haven't, please take a minute and subscribe to the channel. Just helps us with growing the channel. And if you think there's anybody that you know that would benefit from the things we talk about, certainly let them know. And if you have any comments, or maybe you have an article that you say, hey, what about this article? Or what about this report? We're happy to look at those things as well as they relate to real estate. Obviously, we're not going to address
politics, unless it's a policy.
Yeah.
If it's a policy, I'm happy to let's take a look at it, right?
Yeah.
But what about our prime minister's hair or something? We don't care about that stuff.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah. But thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
See you.